So we're gonna do this and hit the ground running and just put some good information, put paint where it ain't, and try to help some of these young people out here that are still engrossed into their communities. We're gonna say that like that. Some of the young people who still are engrossed into their communities and represent. We don't call them gangs, okay? These are people who are communal. They belong to a community, they're sworn to this community, and they affiliate with only the people from their communities or their allies. Listen, man, uh, stop fucking with the internet. Uh, and I say that with respect. I know that a lot of times you guys would like to gain what we would call, pub recognition or notoriety. But I'm telling you, it's better to be uh, thought to be non-existent than to be seen as a menace. You see, a lot of times you play into these people's hands, right? Because they have the paintbrush, and what they're trying to do is to paint you like you ain't nobody. You're a detriment, so they can have reason to secretly impose their racism against you. Uh, so what you have to do is start being smart, right? What you do as a part of your community ain't nobody business. If you film something or catch something, uh, and record it, I guess that's kind of cool, but don't post it on the media, social media and all that. And I'm just saying that, right? Because in the long run, that will save y'all a whole lot of heartache and misery. Learn from this thing about what Big U and these other people I've never heard of that I guess supposed to be from the Rolling 60s. I don't know. I'm not an authority on the Rolling 60s, although I do know some of the notables. So, at some time we need to learn, uh, from these eras and, pitfalls. Unfortunately, some people are going to have to sit down for a while and they're going to have to do some explaining to do wherever they get to where they're going. And, I'm speaking to the people who uh, may be still engrossed in their communities. It's not worth it to start, you know, recording some of the illegal activity. Don't do it to yourself. Um, the way we used to get down was we shied away from cameras. We didn't, So I'm speaking to you as a authority based on my own personal community. I don't speak for the entirety of Los Angeles. I don't, but yeah, we didn't fuck with the cameras, So this recording right here is not for the purpose of exploiting the people who are engrossed into their community. I got nothing but love for you, whether you're a Crip or Blood. Even some enemies I have been known to deal with, and we have become the best of new acquaintances. So you just, we got to be a little bit more smarter because we're different kind of people. We're very territorial by instinct and nature, and anywhere in the United States, you have the same mentality of people who are engrossed in their community. A lot of you guys that are not real Americans or just in the way slow people, you would never understand, and you would try to villainize them for being engrossed in their community. But it's all right. You just have to actually, moving under the radar and appearing to be not active are all qualities that you need to survive. Because if you are sticking out and you call yourself some faction of a, in some hood or something, then they're gonna want to come after you. Because a lot of times these people do not look like you, do not have nothing in common. So you know that they're going to be the people who are going to come up against you, as well as some of these people who look nothing like you, but they don't live the type of lifestyle that you do. Their parents may be, raised them quite different. So, I'm just saying, a lot of the stuff that be circling around on this internet is contrary to how the people who are engrossed in their community really get down. And some of these customs and ways that have now surfaced, like DPs and all of that, we don't wish to have it, our laundry aired out, because then what they do is they try to play us out, right? Once they find out these customs and how we get down with a lot of stuff, I'm talking to the community, people who are engrossed in their community, red, blue, orange, grape, whatever. Some stuff is not really going to be, you got to kill game. There's strange weeds in the bushes, and there's people who ain't you that wish they could be you, yet they hate you. And so, because you're not numerous like you used to be, you are in a place of compromise. See, once upon a time, LA used to be Chocolate City. It's not that no more. It's a different time. And so because it's a different time, it calls for different measures. Desperate times call for desperate measures. And so, you have been warned, cut that bullshit out about trying to get clout or trying to get notoriety towards the community you grew up in. Get your own recognition more so by what you do than less than about people, reporting on your community and shit, because it's a bad look, and it's not how we grew up. We didn't grow up with all that right there. So if you look at my channel and stuff, I got a little bit of history, because I'm more of a historian than a sensationalist, somebody who's just trying to get clout. This is a true story. Oftentimes, anything that you hear me report on will be about based on my community and the mistakes I made. And so it's just a real life, true story, true stuff without incriminating, evidence or none of that on there. We not doing that. Yeah.